Welcome back, guys, to MLG Prizefights presented by BIC Flex4 Razors. I'm JP. That's Wolf. We're going to go straight into game number 3 here. One apiece for our two players as we head into Entombed Valley. Wolf, I have the sickest deja vu right now. I feel like I've casted this game before.
Yeah, it seems a little bit familiar. Like, I feel like I cast this game in a dream once with you or something like that. It's
Maybe.
Entombed
Well,
Valley.
to be fair, once you see Rhett and Alicia play a ZVP, you might have actually seen them all, because so far our two games here have been pretty similar.
Yeah, basically Alicia's pressure worked in one game where he committed more to it, and in the second game it did not. And yeah, you're right, it's pretty similar.
Well, while we have a little break here in the game, of course, we're going to see that 14 pool go down for Rhett, and let's see what Alicia has up in his kind of side of the things. Down here on the right, did I introduce the players, Wolf?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did. Red's going to be down here on the right. In the top left will be Alicia as the blue Protoss. Let's see really where and when and how many hatcheries Red's going to go up to. I don't know. Do you think he could take a third here? It is kind of hard with that destructible rock being in the way. It proves quite troublesome, especially if some cannons start going down.
Well, he's Rhett, okay? So he's going to say, of course, JP, I can take a third base no matter what. You know who I am. He's going to say, you talked about those rocks earlier. You know what you said about them? You said they were destructible, so it's not a problem. I can take this third base. I think he will, in fact, take a third eventually. The question is, how will he defend it? He seems to like taking third bases before speed, no matter what.
Uh-oh, we see Forge first here for Alicia, and a pylon going down now.
Oh, wow. Is he actually going to get this block off? I think he will.
Let's see. Yes, he does. And is he going to pull that drone back? Doesn't really have any use there. Unless he wants to pull some more drones and try to take this out. This hatchery, though, is in quite amount of trouble. The drone going over to the third base. Looks like he will be trying to take that. He cancels the other pylon. Gets that cannon down, and this is the worst here. A cannon going in now at the top. Alicia being super annoying with this probe.
Yeah, this is so annoying to deal with. He even got the cannon on the high ground, as you mentioned. That means it's going to be really hard to move a spine crawler into position to destroy the pylon. He cancels the hatch on the low ground. This may cause him to cancel that low ground cannon. Decides not to. He did select it there at the last second, but decided not to cancel. Meanwhile, the Nexus is going up back at home. He could have decided to cannon the third as well here, since there's not even an Overlord in position to defend it, and it's so far away. But it doesn't look like that's something that Alicia planned on. We see Rhett mining gas right away, and he may decide to try to Nidus as a result. He's getting a Roach Horn already. No, he canceled it, in fact. So I wonder what his plan here is going to be.
Huh. Well, I was thinking maybe Alicia is going to try for another cannon wall off here with this probe over a third, but he did not do so. He's going to run back over to the cannons here at the natural. Meanwhile, back at home, he's got his gateway up, he's got a cannon up, Nexus about 75% complete, adding on those two gas, and Alicia still has kind of a, not really a contain, more just like a major annoyance, because Rhett can't get a second base and won't be able to do so unless he invests a lot of larva here for Lings to take out these cannons and this pylon.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a little bit surprised Rhett has not just tried to break out with a drone and take a third base some crazy location, because he's Rhett. How can he survive without a third base? He's not used to having gas this early. Is he going to go super fast lair here? He's got 100 gas now. The probe, he's trying to chase it away. It's so difficult, though, with these cannons here. This means that everything that Rhett does is also going to be scouted. And he will actually overextend and lose that probe, so now Rhett can actually make a tech choice if he wants to.
Insert the queens are overpowered here. Just got to get that out with that new chain.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, he's actually taking his lair at his third base. Well, he's going to go ahead and kill these cannons with the Zerglings. If he kills the cannon on the high ground, he can take out the cannon on the low ground with the high ground advantage.
Yep. And he will do so very easily. The drone, I thought he was going to try and take that natural, but the Lings are now going over to third base lair. Going to be up here pretty soon. For Alicia, we've got a Stargate coming in. Okay, I like that follow-up. Your opponent's going to be low-tech. He won't be able to defend, or shouldn't be able to defend against the air units. And I think that's why we see that early lair out of red, is he wants to be able to get some Hydras or get some Mutas out and make sure he can defend against that attack.
Yeah, there's a lot of different possibilities with his lair here. He's got the ability to go for Nidus. He's got the ability to make the Hydra Sten if he needs to, which, you're right, this is actually a really nice follow-up. But as I was going to say, the Infestor Tech follow-up here is quite popular as well for defending air, and also just trying to build towards that better tech, get the Infestors out. They're good at controlling maps, holding off gateway pushes as well. It's a very good unit to have all around for Zerg. That Pylon's still alive for now, but it's almost dead. The question is, what is going to be Alicia's follow-up to this Stargate play? He's going for the first Overlord. Looks like he's going to rally Phoenixes and try to lift Queens. And he could go for a gateway timing attack with this as well, or he may just decide to take a third after he does a little bit of damage.
See a total of 4 gates now for Alicia. This Overlord dealt some damage to the Lings. He's like, why am I doing this, guys? Let's just go across the map. So he does do that now. 1 Phoenix out already, another one on the way. The Zergling here in the middle sees it. Alicia doesn't quite like that, so he decides to take him out while going cross map. Meanwhile, the Infestors have not been started yet. We do have some Spore Crawlers being put down. But at this point in the game, you don't need Infestors that quick. It's better to wait for the Pathogen Glands, so you do start with that 75 energy, rather than rushing him out against this attack, because he might lose a couple of Spore Crawlers, maybe a couple of drones, but it's not going to be a kill move by any means.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, look at this. He's actually forcing a cancel on the Spore Crawler. And the Queens are going to engage. Does lift up one of the Queens. He has enough energy to get the second one as well.
Well, this is actually bad. Red's... Guys, this is bad if you didn't know that. Red was actually supply blocked there for a second and was not able to create any of those Infestors. This might spiral out of control for Alicia here. It's one thing that can happen when you do something like this.
Yeah, he is going to go ahead and target this Queen down even with the Spore there. He has enough Phoenixes where he feels comfortable. Pulls that Phoenix back and saves it, in fact. Oh, he's going to get this Overlord, and yeah, I think this is just spiraling out of control. It's going to be almost impossible for Rhett to recover now. Look at this control, pulling the Phoenixes away from the Spore, targeting down more and more Overlords as they spawn. This is so frustrating for Rhett. The lair is now under fire. It's going to force him to lift that Spore again, most likely. The 6 Infestors may trap these units, though. If they come out and trap these units, Rhett may still have a chance in this game.
Yeah. Let's see if Alicia can move out before they pop. Did Red forget the Infestors, Wolf? I mean, he was supply blocked, but he wasn't there for a while, and he started him rather late.
Yeah, I feel like he may have forgotten, or he wasn't sure what his next plan of action really wanted to be. But they are starting to pop out now, and he will fungal these Zealots. But the lair is still taking a lot of hits right now from this Void Ray. He's going to have to eventually deal with that. And the Zealots are coming in here. Rhett is spread really thin right now. I think he may just lose his lair if he targets it with these Zealots.
No, he is going to be forced out there with the Infested Terrans being dropped. Zealots.
I think Alicia could have done so much more.
Well, he might go back. That Queen's about to fall. And the Infestors, they do have a little bit of energy. But yeah, he's actually going back for it, Wolf.
Yeah, here he goes, targeting the lair down again. It's only at 300 hit points. The Infested Terrans will be deflected. This is so intense.
Overcommitted. Thought that he could take out those Terrans with the Phoenix.
Oh man, that was actually so tense. That was one of the sickest saves I've ever seen. Hatchery now down to 193 hit points. And he can go and target it down with another unit if he wants to, but it's not going to be easy to get past these Infestors and the Zerglings in the middle of the map.
You know, one thing he could do is just a simple Immortal drop. Okay, this, well, he could
this is what we have in mind.
Oh, that's pretty smart here. Lifting his own Immortal, and can do it for quite some time. And if he saves that, okay, it's not the biggest guys, but that is so freaking cool that Alicia just did that.
I would have never thought to do that, man. I mean, not at that split second. Like, if someone had like a word problem on a test, they were like, "How can you save the Immortal?" They'd have been like, Yeah, okay, yeah, you could use this, but otherwise, man, I would not have thought of it at that split second. That's pretty cool decision making.
Well, let's be honest here. It shouldn't have been out in the middle of the map like that. So Alicia was kind of embarrassing himself for doing that, but he came back, guys. It's okay. You can put your respect meter back up for Alicia because he saved it in a very, very cool way.
Yeah, the problem for Rhett now is that all of the tech is forming for Alicia. He's blooming into a flower of tech with the blink finishing up. He's getting +2 for ground weapons right now. He's getting Warp Prism speed. He's adding additional gateways. He's got the Templar Archives up while making Colossi, and he has a third base up. Rhett's going Mutas. He's making 10, but I feel it's kind of a desperation move because if you go Mutas when you're ahead, it can really, really work out well, but this is not the best map for Mutas, and if Alicia shuts down this first wave of Mutas, Rhett's going to be in a little bit of trouble holding his fourth
Yeah.
base.
We already have Alicia with a couple of Phoenixes out on the map, but here is the Zealot hit squad tasked with taking down the lair with 240 HP. Can they do it? I think they're going to be able to. There's really not any overlords in sight here. What is he warping in? Oh, he's warping in more. He might not even go for that lair. He's going to go for this fourth base after seeing that. Use that as a distraction and then take the lair out. This is so smart from Alicia.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh man, if
Whoa.
he takes both out, that could potentially be horrible.
Is he going to get it? The mutas pop, and they are still flying over to the main. He has a lot of mutas, but the lair falls. Rhett's on 2 base now. Does have a pretty good force, but he is on 2 base, guys. I cannot stress that enough. 2 base against the 3 base of Alicia.
And now Alicia's also scouted the Mutas, so he can prepare accordingly. He's making a fleet beacon right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is he going mothership, guys? I forgot about the upgrade.
Yeah, the upgrade is going to be quite useful. He's making 2 additional cannons as well. He does have Blink. His Stalker count is at 10. That's decent. He can add some more as he's doing right now. And he is just going to be totally fine. Getting +1 for his Phoenixes. Rhett is really going to have to make something work with this first wave, which it's more of a tidal wave at this point with 28 mutas out, but it's still just the first wave. He's got cannons in play. This is going to be relatively hard to make work for Rhett.
And we're going to see if Rhett can move on from tidal wave to tsunami. I think that's what he wants to be here, as this is the second time I think I've seen the Phoenix upgrade warped in professional play.
Yeah,
I don't think the only other time is White Raw versus Stefano in a show match, I believe.
Oh, look at this. He's going to catch some Stalkers right away, and he's trying to bait the Phoenix into Infestors, which he does, but the Infestors are in Colossus range, so he's going to lose all of those, and I think this is a decent trade for Alicia. Does he have enough to deal with these Mutas, though? I'm not sure. It looks like just barely he does. GG.
Yeah, wow. All right, well, that was game 3. That was a pretty interesting game 3 there. I thought that we were going to just see a normal push from Alicia. It was either going to fail or is going to crush Rhett, but really not what we saw there.
I was just so focused there. I was like, well, maybe Rhett has enough mutas, but it turns out he does not. And the Phoenixes did a lot of extra damage with their +1. They didn't have the range upgrade just yet. The cannons did some damage there as well. And I think Rhett GG'd because he was like, I lost all my Infestors. I have no backup plan now.
Yeah. Well, we are now in a situation where Alicia is up 2-1 on Rhett, facing elimination here in this show match. It is best of 5, $500 on the line. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be headed to game 4 to see if Alicia closes out the series or if Rhett decides to fight back.